My mentor stole my future, then asked me for a job 5 years later. When I was 19, my business professor, Mr. Davidson, became my mentor. He saw potential in me when no one else did and promised to help me build my career. That promise lasted exactly as long as it benefited him. Mr. Davidson recruited me for his consulting firm straight out of college. He said I had a rare gift for analysis, and that he wanted to groom me as his successor. For 2 years, I worked 80-hour weeks for below-market pay because I believed in his vision. I generated client proposals that brought in over $200,000 in revenue, while making $35,000 a year. Then he got an offer from a Fortune 500 company. The night before he left, he called me into his office. He said the firm was struggling, and he had to let me go. No severance, no recommendation letter, no explanation beyond business is business. I found out later he'd been shopping my client proposals as his own work to land that corporate job. I tried reaching out 8 times over the next 2 years. LinkedIn messages, emails, even called his new office. Every attempt was ignored. His assistant finally told me he'd instructed her to block all contact from me. The man who'd promised to help me build my career had erased me completely. I spent 3 years rebuilding from nothing. Started my own consulting practice from my apartment, living on ramen and determination. Slowly, I built a client base using everything he'd taught me, but applying it with actual integrity. My business grew. I hired a team. We landed contracts he could only dream of. Then, 5 years later, my phone rang. Unknown number. It was him. He'd been laid off from the Fortune 500 company after a merger. He said he'd been following my success and was proud of how well I was doing. But it didn't take long to get to the point. He needed a job. Specifically, he wanted me to hire him as a senior consultant for $120,000 a year. He said it would be mutually beneficial, since he could bring his extensive experience to my firm. He even suggested we could be partners again, like old times. I stared at my phone in disbelief. This man who'd stolen my work, abandoned me, and blocked my calls now wanted me to hand him a 6-figure salary. I told him I'd need to think about it and would get back to him within a week. Instead, I crafted the perfect response. I sent him a formal job offer for a senior strategic consultant position with an impressive salary and benefits package. The offer required him to relocate across the country and report to our headquarters in a small Montana town. He accepted immediately, quit his current job, sold his house, and drove 1,200 miles. When he arrived at the address, he found a McDonald's with a note taped to the door. "Welcome to your new career. Would you like fries with that?" The job offer was as real as his promise to mentor me had been.